Hi everyone. You never know what I will write in my column. I never know what I will write in my column. Now, this was written in June 1981, and it's called Still Waiting on Verdict on Planting. Planting went along pretty smoothly for us this spring. The weather was occupied, for once giving us a big chunk of dry days at one time. Row after row of seeds went into the ground until the last 25-acre field was reached. There, with the word finished nearly on our lips, things started to happen. Our last field is a problem. Always, to begin with, it is a problem. It is about 5 miles east of the main body of the farm. This distance means we have to shuttle back and forth for equipment. First came the tractor and backhoe to mend part of a ditch. Then came the plow, the disc, the planter, the truck, the seed, and a partridge in a pear tree. For this traveling, Bob used a half day of good planting weather. About the last trip over, the weather reports began to change. We winced. Rain was moving into the picture. With an eye on the sky and an ear to the weather band, we attacked the field. The wet weather was still far enough away to make us hopeful the crop would all be in before it came. And if it only had been that easy. We were greeted by a fine crop of weeds, beautiful weeds, thriving weeds, weeds which were known for their steel grip on the fields. The only thing to do was to gamble and spray a fortune on those monstrous weeds. We sprayed. Time was still needed to know whether the herbicide, which made a hole in our bank account, if it was worth all the trouble. That verdict would not be known for months. After giving the herbicide a head start, regular field work proceeded. Well, maybe it wasn't exactly regular. The field had to be plowed again, though it had been fall plowed. The wheat crop had seen to this extra run over the acres. The plow was the first thing to break. It was fixed and broke again. With a few words of encouragement, Bob fixed it again. During the plowing, we noticed fuel was being gobbled up by that tractor. A special shuttle trip had to be made for more fuel. Then we found the reason. The fuel pump had sprung a leak. My husband tried more of his magical mechanics, but it didn't do too much good. Fuel still found its way out. Only a small section was left to be plowed. Bob started out again, sure to finish this trip. He got stuck. One more final try. The front end of the tractor broke, sending a wheel backward and digging an axle 2 feet into the ground. Bob was discouraged, to put it mildly. Tractors were changed. Plowing was finally finished, and the field was disked, ready for planting. That was when the rain came. It was a funny rain. Stopped work in the field, but where it was needed to boost waiting seeds, it only settled the dust. As of this writing, our last field has not been finished. Its future is still questionable. The last field. Everyone has one of those. The last field can drive a person to drink. The last field should be worked first, maybe. Then it wouldn't be the last anymore. From 1981, when we were both farming together and I was on a tractor doing something. Have a good day.